And they are, I keep saying to everyone, they are like my second family now. They always check on you, they ring you up, even if it's just a quick chat about diving. It's they're just there, it's like your little community.
Hello and welcome to the Big Scuba podcast. Welcome to a little big chat edition. So this is about people coming on, talking to us about whatever they want to talk to us about, whether it's their new diver, where maybe they run a dive centre, maybe they've got a new line of wetsuits coming out, or maybe they've just completed a big project on marine science or something like that, and they want us to help spread that message. Doesn't matter, it's free, you know. They get 40 minutes to talk about them or whatever the subject is, and then we spread it. We put it on our YouTube channel, we put it on our Instagram, Facebook, social media, and then also all we ask is that they do the same across all their social media. And the more we share, the more it gets out there, and the more it helps to keep things ticking over. The other thing I would say as well, don't forget to subscribe. There's more of these coming. We do several of these a month, and that's a blackbird that's now joining us. Everybody wants to be on the show. What can we say? There we go. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell, and that way you'll keep up to date with what's coming on. See you soon.
Lydia, how are you? Can you hear us okay?
Better. How are we doing?
Yes, yeah, very well. Yeah, you can hear us okay? Can you?
I'll turn my volume on now so I can hear you.
Well, thank you for joining us. That's yeah, it's a bit last minute, but no, that's great.
Thank you. But why not join us?
Yeah.
We've done one of these before last month. We do them every month, so we just get people on. So it literally is limited to 40 minutes because of Zoom, and it's really your chance to shout out about your club and, you know, things you're involved in, and if you've got anything coming up. And then we will share on social media that we've spoken to you, and anything that you want to send us we'll put on social media. But equally we expect the same back, so for you to then share about the Big Scuba podcast, just to give us some exposure to your members. So it's kind of a mutual thing that's two-way.
No, it'd be great. It sounds really good. I've watched a few of yours actually, and you think you've got Andy Talbot, you've got Monty Oles, and then you've got me from the Midlands. But it'll be really cool. I'm quite excited.
Well, that's exactly how we aim to be. We don't want to be all big names. You know, we want to promote this to non-divers and maybe entice some people to try diving, and equally youngsters as well, to, you know, get more women into diving.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so should we just say a bit about ourselves, and then we'll and the other thing to say is this will go out on YouTube for people to see, like the visual, and yeah, it's just like a 40-minute snippet really, but it's just something a little bit different. Yeah, so obviously I'm Gemma. I've started my open water qualification, but I haven't got quite there yet because lockdown hit. So I've done all the theory and confined water, so I'm just waiting to do the open water, hopefully second week of July, and get the qualification just for the open water so far. Yeah, so but obviously I've spoken to lots of interesting people in the time, so it's been really interesting, and quite inspiring seeing how people have progressed on their journey. So that's me.
Okay, and I'm Ian. So been diving for about 5 years, dive master for about 3. Volunteer with a club in Norwich. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy getting involved in people's scuba journey, let's say that, and you know, seeing them move on to all different things and careers in diving. Just, you know, getting their families involved as well. So really enjoy that role. Don't know if I'll move on to becoming an instructor. Don't know, we'll see. I just really enjoy doing the dive master work, really. So that's really good. And developing this podcast, really. So it's all, that sort of keeps us busy, really. So that's kind of us. So, you know, tell us about you.
Me. So I started diving just over a year ago. I joined the Ilkeston and Kimberley sub-aqua club. It's literally a local club in the Midlands. I blame my dad for getting me into diving. He used to dive many moons ago, and 3 kids later, and it's kind of inevitable that one of us would pick up diving.
Who's your dad? Sorry, who's your dad?
My dad. He's not like well known in scuba diving. He used to do it mainly as a hobby, really. But he packed it in when he had his lot, and he's told us loads of stories about it. But yeah, it's really fun, and I'm glad he actually kept it going a little bit so that we knew a bit more about scuba diving. And obviously, life got in the way, but I did finally manage to get around to doing it last year, and it was brilliant. And I've never looked back. I absolutely love it.
So how far have you gone down the qualification line? Have you done your open water and advanced?
Yeah, so we're with the SAA, so the Sub-aqua Association, so they're slightly different from PADI and BiG. So we have to do the elementaries first, so it's kind of a quick assessment basically. You go to 10 metres with an instructor, do the basic skills. So I did that one last September, and then finally got my open water this year as well, just before lockdown. That was lucky. And we've managed to do, through lockdown as well, we've been doing sort of Zoom nights and lectures and things. So we managed to start doing our club diver lectures now. So there were 7 of us that did it, and we all actually passed. So we just got to try and put the practical in place now, which hopefully in the next few weeks, even though we can't do much training, we'll get back out in the water, which is because we're all hanging on the edge now. Really wanted to get back in. It'll be really good. I'm excited to get back into it.
So you've been diving a year, you say?
Yeah, it's on and off. Mainly training in the pool, which is at our local centre. They hire it out to us every Friday night, so it's really weird at the minute not going. But then we just go to like the Midlands inline dive sites. So you've got Stony Cove, Dosthill. I don't really dive with them ones. And we've been up to Kimberley as well recently.
Yeah.
Which is really good. So yeah, we've done them. We're hoping to. St. Ab is supposed to be going ahead in August, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then just basically all around the UK. So hopefully, with this lockdown easing slightly, we should be able to get back out, which would be really good.
Yeah. Have you done any diving in the sea, or is it all inland waters?
All inland at the minute, just getting all the qualifications off. And then hopefully, well, this year was supposed to be all about diving and going here, there and everywhere, but obviously lockdown had other ideas about that. But hopefully, with the restrictions being slightly lifted, we'll be able to get back out and start up again. We've got
are you involved in the club? What do you do for the club? Yeah,
so we have like a little committee, and they actually badgered me to join it a little bit. So I think I sidestep with them. So I've set up the Instagram account for them and just give them sort of little ideas what we can do. And they're always giving me ideas what we can do as well. So they actually don't know about this yet, so I'm going to tell them afterwards. So it'll be quite interesting. Okay. But I can put a surprise on for them. But no, it's really good. And they are, I keep saying to everyone, they are like my second family now. They always check on you, they ring you up, even if it's just a quick chat about diving. It's they're just there. It's like your little community, your second.
Yeah, that's lovely to hear. Yeah. So how many members? Is it quite a big club?
It's a fairly big one. We've got probably mainly active members, probably 20, 25, but then we've got other ones that come along for trips or come abroad with us. So there's like the outreach side of it, but it's a fairly big club actually. We're always looking for new members to join us, so always trying to get it out there. Which is
this is the beauty of diving, isn't it? It's a very social sport, and that's one of the things that attracted me a few years ago. Because it doesn't take long to build up a big circle of friends and people who you know, and you come across, you always meet new people, and I think diving is great for that. And I think one thing we've learned doing the podcast is you find that it's very clear that everybody know each other. It's a very close-knit, well-respected industry, and it's a really good thing to be involved in. And diving, diving can take you all down different avenues of career and jobs and things like that. I think diving is a really great sport to get involved in, and you're now finding this yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. It's been amazing. It's actually through my job I actually found this club, because I work for the National Blood Service. So I was doing one of our donation sessions at the leisure centre, and I kept coming up and down the reception area, and there was actually a poster that kept catching my eye. So I thought, I'm going to stop for a minute and actually look at it. And it was for these guys, the Ilkeston club, and they actually having the train at the pool and everything. So I thought, right, that's it. It's got to be sort of a sign. Last year, I've got to do it. So I messaged them, and we got booked in, and it was great. So I'm actually really thankful that I was doing the job at the time to get involved with it.
Yeah. So have you brought all your equipment yet? So like your dry suit, because I'm just starting out on this journey. So literally, I've just brought my mask and my fins and snorkel, and that's kind of it at the moment. So
yeah. So I've got quite a bit, and when the dive shows came up, all the guys were like, "You need to go there, try and get us this, try this on, do this." And they all laugh at me because I'm actually still in a wetsuit, and they're all like, "You need to get a dry suit," and I'm like, "I'm all right in my wetsuit at the minute," because they're like, "How are you not cold?" I'm like, "I'm all right." But no, I think I might start looking at getting a dry suit, especially with some big trips that are coming up as well.
Have you done some research on dry suits?
Yeah, I've done a little bit. Quite a lot of them say O3 is really good.
Yeah.
And they get like actual fitted measured one as well. I mean, at the last dive show, I tried quite a few on different makes, Scuba Pro and everything, but I'm quite fancy an O3 one actually.
Yeah, they're really good, and I dive in an O3 suit. They are that, you know, obviously there's other manufacturers out there. We can look at Mares, another really good dry suits. You can look at Fourth Element as well, another set of dry suits, really good, really great. So, you know, look them up. If I talk about my own, it's an O3 suit, and it's been a brilliant suit. And their service, any issues, the suit comes tailored to you, or you can buy one off the shelf. I personally, a bit of an odd shape. I'm bigger up here, and then I'm not all that tall, so I had mine more tailored to fit, and it's just been a brilliant. I loved it. I really enjoyed my suit. It's an R100, and it's a bit pricey, but it's because it's a really good suit, and I wanted to make sure I could get the best one I could afford for me, for my circumstances. So, I definitely recommend O3, and their service, just brilliant. Any issue, you send it back, they fix it, and I can't fault them.
Have you tried Northern Diver? Because I brought one of their BCDs last year and absolutely loved their stuff.
I haven't. I do know somebody who dives with a Northern Diver suit, and again gives them a really good write-up.
Yeah.
So definitely another company to look into.
Did you have to shop around for your BCD? Was it quite an easy decision, or did you try lots on?
Well, because the club has their own kits, so I've been trying theirs in the pool, and they give you quite a few to try as well. But then they always recommend, "Oh, try this one, when we're at a different site." So I went to the dive show in October in Birmingham, and just went around there and just tried loads on. And then the first one I tried on was in Northern Diver, so I thought, not the first one I'm going to go with, I'll go and look at a few others. But I went straight back to Northern Diver because it was fitted right and it just felt right as well.
Yeah.
The female make, I think it's called Eve, but it's a brilliant one. I love it.
I think as well, with buying a dry suit, you can buy them online, and I personally, again, there'll be, for every story I can give, there'll be another 100 stories of people saying buy it online and you won't go wrong. For my circumstances, I went with what other people recommended to me when I started, and they said, my local dive centre who were involved with O3 recommended it, and I could easily deal with my local dive centre, and so if there was any issue, I could get it all fitted at my local dive centre, and also any issues, all I had to do was go back to my local dive centre to get any issues sorted out. Where if you're dealing with a company who's online, it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to get that face-to-face content and contact. So there's certain things in buying scuba equipment you can buy online, and there's certain things I really wouldn't. And I personally, I'd always go to my local dive centre and go with who they recommend and also who they supply.
No. Yeah, there's quite a lot. In fact, I've just noticed O3 have got the shops opened recently, and they said tomorrow they've actually got appointments for you to go and try some on. I was like, oh, too bad it's too far away, otherwise I'd have gone. But no, it'll be really good to do. And the guys at the club as well, they're always giving you advice and saying, try this one, make your own mind up, but this is the one I've been with for ages. And it's like you, with the servicing of the dry suits, they say it's amazing with O3. So pretty sure I'll venture into that way at some point.
We normally send them off to O3, and it's all recorded. You get a sheet to say why it's gone off, and then it comes back again, and you book a service in with them. And you know, when you get it back, they've done something else, because after they've done a test, they found there might be something wrong with it. I had a problem with my shoes. With one on my right foot kept leaking. I think it was about 2018. And I must have punctured it, I think, or something. And they replaced both of them, you know. And I didn't ask for that. You know, they've done it. They checked both, and rather than being an issue with the left foot as well, they just replaced both, no cost. All I had to pay was the postage. So it's brilliant.
Yeah,
Can't fault
that. So the members at your club, have you got quite an equal mix of male and female, or is it?
It's to be quite honest, I am probably the youngest, and it is mainly blokes. So I've kind of like got 10 new dads, but it's but no, they're great. They really look after you, and yeah, they're just always there. Like the phone call away, someone always messages you, when do you want to start diving again, and everything. But there's a few female ones, so we are looking, I think, to try and get a few more females involved in it. I can't be the resident mermaid at the moment, but there's a few other ones that get involved. But no, they are great. Like I said, they are like second family really at the minute.
So have you got any plans when you started your sort of scuba journey? Is it to travel to warmer waters, or are you looking to do more in the UK?
Quite fancy the UK, because my dad used to dive and he's always telling stories about where he's been to. But this year was supposed to be the year to go abroad. We've got a trip to Italy booked, so just about an hour away from Naples. There's a sunken city in a little fishing village called Baia. And apparently now they've started up and diving again. We've managed to find another mosaic under the water, and they're starting to do new dive plans for it. That is still supposed to be going ahead at the end of August, which it absolutely looks amazing. There's statues down there, the doorways for the villas, the floors look incredible. And it's only like in about 5-7 meters of water as well, so it's quite easy dive for newbies as well. It looks incredible. So fingers crossed we'll be going. And then we're supposed to go into Gozo as well. It's normally like a club trip, everyone goes. They went last year as well. So we're supposed to be going there, dive the Blue Hole, and all of that, which hopefully in October we should all be getting back to normal, hopefully. So that should be going ahead, which would be amazing. But if not, we've got the UK. You can always go down to Cornwall or up to Scotland. There's never any shortage. Anyway, you can get travel all over the world at the minute, can't you, to scuba dive? So, which is one good thing about it. But it should be good. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we can get to Italy, because that's the trip I really want to do this year.
That sounds amazing. I've not heard of that before at all. So what depth are you qualified to dive down to at the moment?
So 20 meters at the minute. This club diver, you can go to 35 with the instructor. So once we start getting back to training and the legs start training, we can start heading down to there. But 20 meters. I'm not bothered about going mega deep, but just to dive. I just really want to get back in the water.
Yeah. So how many dives have you done? What are we looking at on your logbook?
Logbook at the minute, well, the aim this year was to try and get 50 dives in. So at the minute, I've only got 15 done, which is probably roughly how open water goes at the minute to get that qualification. But I don't think I'll get the 50 in this year, which is a bit disappointing. But there's always next year to start. But no, they're really good, and they're always up for going every weekend before lockdown. It's like, anyone fancy dive? Anyone fancy dive? Are you free midweek or whatever? So they are really, really keen to get going. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be back up at Stony or Dosthill.
Yeah. Because I suppose where you are, you're quite central England there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Not all that. Going to the coast is probably a good day's trip, really, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, probably if you wanted to get down to Torquay, it'd be about a 4 or 5 hour trip. At the minute, there's nowhere to stop over, so it would literally be down and back, which is a problem. So hopefully, when things start opening back up again, we'll be able to get down there and see some things. Which is because we've got joined a group on Facebook called the South Coast Divers, and they keep posting all the photos they've had down there. Obviously, they can get out when they want, and it's getting a little bit annoying, but it looks amazing. Stop posting photos. But it does look really cool what they're doing. So hopefully, sometime soon we'll be able to go.
So how are you going to attract more females and girls to join the club?
Yeah,
so
I
you've
don't
got
know
more support.
Yeah, well, I keep trying. Through my job, I talk to people all the time, so the conversation always goes to scuba diving, and all my colleagues are like, Lydia, why are you still talking about scuba diving? So I'm trying that way to get them. But no, we might do a bit of a drive once lockdown's over, and try and recruit some more people into it, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be good.
What about social media?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and obviously Instagram, and I did actually get someone to join us, but then she had to move back down to London, so I don't know what's quite happening with that. She might come back. But no, I'm sure we'll get hold of a few more. Can't just be.
When you speak to your friends about it, what sort of walls do you meet? You know, what's the reasons why they won't try it?
I think some of them it's because they don't particularly like water, which obviously if you're scuba diving, you've got to kind of like water. I think it's the bit about breathing underwater that puts people off. It's like it's not natural to breathe underwater. So I keep telling them that it's absolutely fine. Literally just breathe and it's fine. I mean, I had a bit of trouble when I first started because it's just totally unnatural, isn't it, to not hold your breath when you go underwater. But I think that's the concept that they don't quite get, that you literally just breathe and it's fine. But we'll get there. I'll track someone along.
So here's a question for you, okay? Yeah. So Gemma has got her open water to do. That's coming very shortly, in a few weeks' time. So how would you describe your first dive? How do you describe that? You know.
So are you going? What depth are you going to when you do your first?
It'd be 18 meters, won't it? That's the limit. Yeah.
So my first dive was at Stony Cove, and I can always remember it, and it still gives me goosebumps. And so we're at the site, and they've given us a bit of a brief of what we're going to do. Down there it was to 20 meters that we could go to, and there's a ship down there called the Staingar, and they're saying, so we're going to do this, we're going to do this. So you're like, okay, this could be quite interesting. First dive to 20 meters. It's like the first dive of everything that week. So that you're jumping in and you're saying, right, we're going to go past the cockpit, we're going to go down the road, we're going to go around the bends, and then we'll head off towards the Staingar. So you slowly start dropping. You're like at 15 meters, and then you're at 18. You've got to keep playing your ears. And thinking, this is really weird. This is a lot deeper than I've been before. And then so you're going down, and then all of a sudden, the visibility wasn't great that day, to be honest. And you're thinking, my buddies are definitely still next to me. So you're panicking a little bit, but you're still quite calm, and you've got the adrenaline going at the same time. So then you're heading off, and you can just start seeing it's getting a little bit darker in the distance, and you're thinking, any minute now, something's going to appear. And of course, because the visibility is not great, you go a little bit further, and then wow, she's there. And it literally takes your breath away where you're underwater, and then you have a little look around and get yourself sorted. You can go in and out of it as well. But that dive was really good. I enjoyed that dive. But it's interesting when you're going a lot deeper than what you've normally done before. You've got to try and remember everything, make sure your mask doesn't squeeze on your face, that you can pop your ears properly. But no, it's a really good dive that was. And the guys looked after me as well, which was good.
So that's your first dive after you qualified?
Yeah, first dive after then. So we did the elementary one at Dosthill. That was about 10, 12 meters just to do all the skills through and everything. And then after that, we went to Stony, and they said, because you're now elementary, you can go 20 meters with the instructor and then start working through your open water course. So they said, this is what we're going to do, as long as you're happy to do it as well. So I said, yeah, I'm up for absolutely anything. So caught the scuba bug really quickly.
I think to the deck there's about 18 metres to the on the staying garth, I think.
Yeah, I think so, actually. Yeah.
18, yeah.
18, but no, it's really good. I still love going back there. We did it just before lockdown, actually, and we did it again, which is really good.
Yeah.
And the visibility before the lockdown was really good at Stony.
Yeah, it's absolutely rubbish at the minute, apparently. We know a few guys that have been and said it's rubbish.
Yeah, it's probably with the slow rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some footage on YouTube this morning, and yeah, it wasn't like crystal clear at all. It was quite, yeah.
Well, Stony's fed by springs, and I suppose if they have a lot of rain, they'll get a lot of wash come in, and that probably do stir things up. But Stony, if you get Stony, probably October, November time, perhaps it can be really clear. It can be. And over the winter, it's a really good time to go.
Yeah. We went in January this year, and it was actually really good. We didn't go like mega deep. We just did probably 15, and it was really, really clear. And of course, the sun was out as well, which made it even better.
And you were in a wetsuit, not a dry suit.
They think I'm crazy. I've got a don't even laugh neither. I've got a 14mm wetsuit.
Oh right, okay.
So they're not allowed. They're freezing when they get out. They've got heaters attached to them in the dry suits, and there's me coming out in a wetsuit. But I absolutely love it. They think I'm crazy, but
well, 14 mils is quite big, isn't it?
14mm. It's 2 7mm ones. So you've got your undersuit 7 and then one on top as well.
Right.
It does the trick, and it kept me diving through winter. So that's all I want.
So it's full length, and then there's a short, is it?
Yeah, full length one, and then a little one on top. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's enough.
Yeah, that was really good.
I'm still brave in January. I'm not sure I'd do that in a wetsuit.
I told you, they think I'm crazy.
So I've got a question. I've got long hair. So when you put a hood on,
yeah,
does it not rip your hair?
It's quite annoying. So basically, I got some tips off the girls at Scuba, actually, their website, and if you plait it and then just kind of like shove it in the back of your hood, it fits a lot better. And it just keeps your mask out of the way as well, so it doesn't catch you in between.
That's what I find as well. That's a right job. The ponytail sometimes. Don't you find that ponytail comes round to the front and getting you wear your mask, or is it just mine?
You could plait this bit, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah, because we've been snorkeling in the river in lockdown, because that's like the nearest you can get to getting in the water. And I've had a hood on, and it's just like you pull the hood on, and it's just.
Someone's got a pink swim hat, haven't they?
I thought if I get a swim hat, put the swim hat on first, but it didn't really help much.
No, it's interesting, but. So
although I think you should wear it when you arrive at Stony on your first training day.
They'll definitely spot a newbie diver out of nowhere without them.
Yeah, don't let on.
Yeah, well, I've gone down the pink route. I've got like pink and black fins and pink and black mask and snorkel.
Yeah, I was going down the blue route, and then I got this new BCD, and it's purple, so I've kind of gone blue and purple. So,
yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Well,
you've got to be a bit individual, whereas I think all the boys go like stealth mode, like black.
It's got to be black. Yeah, we've got one guy in the club, and it's literally black is everything. So we try and get him something white occasionally, or a different colour, and he's like,
I've got all this to come. It's quite exciting. So I'm looking forward to it.
I've got somebody knocking on the door. Give you 1 second.
Okay. So what do you do for your normal job?
So yeah, I work for the blood service. So I do all the donations that people want to come in.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been pretty busy at the minute. But I know it's a good job. It has its moments, but I've like every job at the minute. But
yeah, so you've been collecting blood right through lockdown, have you?
Yeah, we've been doing that. Platelets and plasma and anything else they want us to collect. But yeah, it's good, and you know where it's going to go, and it's going to help people. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I must say, I'm a donor, but I haven't actually given any blood through lockdown. Yeah, just.
It's a bit of we actually want to go out and do it. I think that was what we're putting a few people on to start with, but now it's essential travel. Everyone wants to come and do it, so. It's interesting.
No, that's good. And like you say, you get to talk to people, and it's all about talking, isn't it?
Yeah, So it's like the small talk, and you just slide in scuba diving every now and again, and it's like, wow, everyone wants to know about it.
Yeah, so do you have any divers you follow, like aspirational people in the world of scuba?
Follow. So there's obviously the girls at Scuba. They are actually quite cool to follow, and I've actually shared a few of my pictures as well that I've posted to them, which is quite funny.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good actually. Yeah, especially the ones during lockdown, because I was a little bit crazy at the same time and brought a swimming pool for the back garden, and just so I could put my kits on and blow some bubbles, which was really fun.
Nice one.
And they posted them, which was quite cool. And then you've got the normal ones. Then you've got Andy Talbot, Monty Halls. They're really cool to follow because they don't just do scuba diving, the outdoor adventure guys as well, which is good. But no, I mean, you look on Instagram and there's so many people that you could follow with the photography side of it.
Look up Miranda as well, because she's really passionate about UK diving.
Okay.
And she's another person to to watch and to follow.
Yeah, we spoke to her a few days ago, didn't we? And she'll be on the podcast coming up. But yeah, she was real ambassador for UK diving, and Paddy as well. They had a thing last night talking about UK diving. So they're all.
So we're also following at the minute. I think you guys are talking to them next week. Depth therapy.
Yes, you said that.
Yeah. So we're every year we sort of choose a charity that we want to sponsor, something that's close to his heart. So a couple of years ago we did St. Abs lifeboats and raised quite a lot of money for them actually. I think it was over £1,000. Then last year we did the air ambulance charity as well, and about the same. I think we raised over £1,000 for them, which was insane.
Oh wow!
This year we thought, what charity can we do that's really close to his heart? We enjoy scuba diving, we're really passionate about it, and then we saw depth therapy, and we thought that's the ones. We want to get people into scuba diving, and if it can help them get through what they're going through, it's a bonus side of it. So this week actually we're doing it's on Friday next week actually, a charity night quiz, and they are actually joining us, and they're going to do the quiz for us.
Oh, brilliant!
So we set up a what's it called? Just Giving site, just to raise maybe a little bit of money just during lockdown, and we've actually doubled the amount that the original target was at the minute, which is incredible. Wow. So everyone that's donated has been absolutely amazing through it.
Is that on the 26th?
Really, yeah, the 26th, yeah.
Because we're talking to them in the afternoon.
I thought there was. They didn't actually say on the 26th, as long as it's not 3 o'clock-ish, we can do any time because we're doing something else. So I thought, interesting.
Yeah, that's really nice to have that link, Yeah,
no, it'd be really good. So we normally do like an auction night, and just sort of, we get loads of stuff donated and try and raise money that way, but hopefully it'll go ahead again this year. But we thought, what can we do in the meantime? And then we thought, we've got Zoom, we can do this charity night. So it's going to be really good, I think. We've got Richard Cullen, and I think Tom Oates is joining us from Depth Therapy on Friday, which will be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're speaking to Richard. Tom Oates, that his name rings bells, and then I think he's got 3 other guys that are coming on. Yeah. So it'll be interesting, to hear their story, and because they've been through so much, and obviously scuba diving is helping them, immensely.
I look forward to that. I think that's going to be really inspiring, fascinating, emotional, the whole lot. I think all rolled into one. That's going to be. It's going to be quite exciting to hear what they've been doing.
Well, I spoke to Richard at the dive show in February, and he did a talk there on it, and it was really good, just to see what they're capable of doing and how they adapt our normal diving skills to help them get through it. It's incredible what they can do.
Yeah. So you were at the Go Diving show in February, were you? Coventry? Yeah,
Coventry. Yeah.
So we were there.
It was kind of like, we went to the one in October, and you kind of like a little bit like a duck out of water when you first go to one. But then the second one we went to was kind of like, oh, we're clicked now. We're actually divers. We fit in with everybody. It was a totally different environment, so it was brilliant.
That's a nice show. I like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So we've just got 6 minutes left. So do you have quite an active Instagram page that where people can find you?
Yeah, so we only started it at the beginning of this year. It was just sort of an idea that we threw about at a committee meeting, and we said, "Ooh, why don't we try Instagram?" Because everyone goes on Instagram these days. And it's actually doing really well. I think we've got over 100 followers at the minute. Everyone likes everything on it. We post every couple of days, and we try and link it with the Facebook page as well. Facebook's doing really well. We posted about the charity night, and that had over 1,000 hits
That's
just
good.
within 2 days of it, which was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing what we can and trying to get more people involved in it. So it'll be brilliant.
Well, that's
Just
good.
got to keep plugging away at it.
Yeah, and we can share, you know, about your evening as well. So
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Come and join us if you want. It's going to be really, really good. We're trying to get as many people as we can. So if you're free,
We're
and you
doing
want
a
to
quiz as well that
we're
night.
doing a quiz.
It's
Yeah.
like two quizzes.
It's a night for quizzes.
We've actually got to be the hosts.
Well, that's all right. You don't have to answer the questions.
So it's a busy day Friday.
Yeah.
So for people who are listening to this for the first time, who won't have heard of your club and yourself, where if they want to come and find out more about the club, if they want to find out about you, where do they need to go to keep up to date with what the club's up to?
So we've got the website, which is www.iksac.co.uk. I'm pretty sure that's the one. We're on Facebook, and it's just Ilkeston and Kimberley sub-aqua, and you'll be able to find us through there. And then we're also on Instagram as well, which is at IKSAC. Just put Ilkeston and Kimberley in, and you'll be able to find it through there. I'm on Instagram as well. I don't go on it as much because I'm trying to do the club's page, but they're always tagging me and everything. But no, we're always around. Just to send us a message, and we'll get back to you. And then,
So if they go on Instagram, they put in Ilkeston and Kimberley.
yeah, Ilkeston and Kimberley. If you head on to the end, sub-aqua club, it should come straight up with it. It might come up with abbreviation of IKSAC, so IKSAC. That's our abbreviations, that we come up with that. Search.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. And is it just you don't do PADI or BiG? It is just one agency that you're affiliated to, is it?
Yeah, it's the Sub-Aqua Association, so the SAA is what we're with. I think a couple of our divers, they are PADI trained as well, but then we've took on the SAA qualification and do it, which is really good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so slightly different to PADI's courses.
They do cross over through it, but you just have to do
Yeah.
maybe an extra course, and then it crosses over with BiG or PADI.
Yeah, so it's nice and flexible.
Yeah, they are quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's been really good. So yeah, well, we'll obviously get the YouTube footage out, and then we'll be sharing all over social media as well. So yeah, we'll tag you in, and and then if you can just do the same back, so it just spreads the word of both.
You know, and this is very much an ongoing conversation from today. So we like to say, this is not a one-stop, and we never hopefully not hear from you again. So do use us if you want us to share anything in the future. We're happy to put that on our social media and get that out there if you've got any more news. And likewise, please do continue to share what we're up to. That'd be really great. And next time you've got a trip planned to Stoney, do let us know, because that might be when we're heading up as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant actually. We're always keen to meet up with different people, so that would be brilliant.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, because I think once things open and travel's a lot easier, it's nice to meet different people from different clubs as well.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, but no, we'll definitely do that. We'll share everything. I'll let the guys know that I've done this today now, and we can.
Yeah, so and, we can watch each other's scuba journeys, can't we?
Good. Yeah, well, good luck with the open water anyway. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so certainly have some time to think about it. Mentally prepare.
Yeah. No, it'll be brilliant. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Yeah, well, it's been really lovely to meet you, and thank you for sort of dropping us a line last night. That's been lovely, and it's been it's great, to promote local clubs and girl divers as well. So, which is
and this is the whole point of these little big chats. You can come on, talk to us about your story, talk to us about your club, all the fun things that you love about diving and UK diving, and we just get it all out on the social media, and it helps hopefully get more divers to your club. That's the idea.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on anyway. I know it was kind of last minute, but it's been really fun actually.
Absolutely fine. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, well, we'll
Will
give
you
you
keep in contact?
Yeah, we'll let you know when it's coming out on YouTube, which could be a couple of days' time or sooner. So yeah, it's been fun.
I'll send you some pictures as well, which should be good.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, because that'd be, if you've got any videos, any pictures of you diving, do send them over, because then we can put that in with the YouTube video. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll put it together.
Let's have them. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Cheers,
Bye.
Lydia. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Running circles round my mind like a marathon. Let's talk it out in turn.